Hey everyone, how's each and every one of you are doing today? I hope that each of you are having a good week. Let's hope that the week will end on a good note. So here I have two problems from order of operations using fractions and two problems using fractions on money. So it's going to help someone in this video, watching this video, to grasp what I'm about to tell right now. So here we go. The first problem is 1/8 plus 0.5 times 16. All right, remember our order of operations actually involves PEMDAS. Remember? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, known as, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I'm going to put this right there on the side. PEMDAS. Can you see that? PEMDAS. Okay, there we have it. So far we have that. All right. First thing first, we are going to look for there any exponents in this problem. No. Moving on. Actually, parentheses, no parentheses, and no exponents. Now, do we see something we could do right off the bat next? Multiplication. 16 times 0.5. And what do we get? 8. Right. So we have 16 times 0.5 on here. Can you see it? Hope you can see it. All right. And then 16 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. Add the 3 on top. Carry the 3 over. 1 times 5 is 5. Add 3 more is 8. Make sure you get decimal point. Let me make this brighter. You can see it better. All right, there we go. When you do these kind of problems, make sure to line up the decimal. In this case, it's right between the 8 and the 0. That's how we got the answer 8 for this. All right, here we go. Any questions so far? 1/8 plus 8. All right, here we go. To write 8 as a fraction with a common denominator, what number do we use to do the common denominator? It's a whole fraction. Basically, we look at the denominator, and it's 8. So we have 8 over 8. Multiply 8 over 8. All right. So far, you're good? Good. All right. Our next step is leave the denominator alone. And we do the numerator. 1 plus 8 times 8. All right. So, by looking at this, make it darker. By looking at this, the numerator, we'll multiply 8 times 8, which is 64. Add 1 more is 65 over 8. Let me make this brighter. Give me a sec, okay? Now we get it better. All right. Are we done yet? No. Some teachers will some teachers will prefer improper fraction. Most of the teachers do mixed numbers. So, question: which number goes in the box? The 65 or the 8? 65, right? And 8 go outside the box. There we have it. What number is equal to or closer to 65 divided by 8? 8, right? 8 times 8 is 64. the difference between these two numbers, 65 and 6 minus 64. That gives us 1. Okay, we're almost done. What is the whole number? The one on top of 65, the remainder, or the outside, 8 outside? The 8 on top of the 65, right? What's the numerator? The remainder, right? And that's our denominator. That is our final answer. There's two of them. Either 65 over 8 or 8 and 1/8. So there we have it. We first thing first, let me make this darker. Okay. First things first, we look at the problem very carefully, and then we determine that we'll multiply first, which is 16 times 0.5. That gives us 8. And then the original 1/8 goes there. And in order to get a whole number in its entirety, we had to look at the denominator, which is 8, as our bottom, as our denominator. And you do you add, you put 1 plus 8 times 8 as our numerators. So it's 1 plus 8 times 8. 8 times 8 goes first in multiplication, is 64. Add one more, is 65 over 8 as an improper fraction. What goes inside the box is 65. 8 goes outside. The rest is history. So we have 8 times 8 is 64. 65 minus 64, that gives us 1 as the remainder. The top number is 8, goes as a whole number. The numerator is the remainder, which is 1. And outside the box is 8. There you have it. We've done with the first problem. Let me see. There you go. Can you see it? There you go. Any questions on this problem? So I just want to let you know, every time I'll say this, I will say this each time. You are welcome to stop the video to jot down the notes as you go along watching this video, and as well as the notes will be posted on the Google Classroom page. All right, there we go. Let's move on to the second problem. We have, let me see. We have parentheses 1 and 2/3 times 1.5 divided by 5. We use the same method PEMDAS, right? Sometimes the students get a little bit razzled, which is okay. That is not a problem. But I will try my best to help anyone alleviate this problem. So when you see the mixed numbers 1 and 2/3 times 1 and 1.5, we had to convert these into improper fractions, like the previous problem right there, right? Okay, let's look at the first one. We have 1 and 2/3. What number do we use? What number do we leave alone? The denominator, right? Which is 3, right? And then you multiply the whole number times the denominator, which is 1 times 3 is 3. You add whatever on the numerator, which is 2. 1 times 3 is 3, plus 2 is 5/3. That's our improper fraction. Okay, moving along. Do the same thing. What's the number we leave alone first? The 2, right? 1 times 2 is 2. Add one more is 3. We're almost done. So we're doing the parentheses first. All right. Then question on the parenthesis part. what number do we eliminate, cross out real quick, or cancel out? The threes, right? This and this. Take off the parentheses. We have what's remaining over is 5 and 5 over 2. 5 halves, actually. And then, let's look at this part. Since we have a division, can we flip this number? 5. Yes or no? Yes, because that turns into a fraction. Since you have the division, since we did the reciprocal, known as that sign will change into a multiplication. Multiply. There you go. We have 5 halves times 1/5. What number do we cross out or cancel out right away? Or reduce as well. 5s, right? We cancel out the 5s because 5 divided by 5 is 1. It was completely out. So our final answer is 1/2. Are we done? Before I forget. Yes, we are done. Let's check the calculator. You see? That's our final answer, 1/2. So there you have it for this problem. We have, in order to do this, we have to see what goes first, which is a parenthesis, converting these mixed numbers into improper fractions. Then once you have done the improper fractions part, you could check whatever it is you can reduce or cross out completely. In this case, the first part, we have 3s. What's left over is 5 halves divided by 5. But before we do the dividing and ask this question, can we do this? Can we flip this fraction, this number? Yes. That number, whole number, turns to a fraction, which is 1/5. And since we have the division part, that the division sign would turn into multiplying. And we have 5 halves times 1/5. Cross out the 5s, as you can see right off the bat. There's nothing you can reduce. And what's left over is 1/2 or 1/2. So there you have it for this problem. Do you have any questions? All right, moving along. Okay, here's the fun part about fractions with money. Fractions on money. Okay, let's look at the first part. 1/5 of 85. Okay, when you see the word of, what operation do we use? Is it division or multiplying? Multiplying, right? Multiply means a multiply. So let's set it up. 1/5 times 85. You could simply put over 1 because that will eliminate some confusion, because most students would multiply 1 times 85 and then 5 times 85. That doesn't work. All right, question. Since we have 1/5 times 85 over 1, is there any number that we can reduce or cross out? I believe we have two numbers. Hold on. Yes, we do. 85 and 5. What number do we use to do that? Let's do, we have 80, we use 5 as our number to divide. 85 divided by 5, that gives us 17, right? I believe so. Hold on. 17, I was right. 17. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we're almost done cleaning it up. So we have 1 times 17 is 17. And the denominator is 1. So simply our answer is 17. Let's check it out. 17. We got it. This is our final answer. So let's go back to the problem. We have 1/5 of 85. The word of is multiply. And then you bring down 1/5 times, make sure it's a dot, 85 over 1 to make sure that everything's to be like in fraction form. And then the next step is which numbers can be canceled out or reduce. In this case, we have 85 and 5. What number do we use to divide that to be reduced? It's 5. 85 divided by 5 is 17. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we have 1 over 1 times 17 over 1. That gives us 17 over 1. And it's our final answer. There you have it. I hope you can see it. Hold on. There you go. Can you see it? So any questions on the 1/5 of 85? All right. Let's move on. We have 2/5 of 86. Let's do it again. The of is multiply. We have 2/5 times 86 over 1. Question. Is there any numbers that can be crossed out or can actually canceled out or reduced? Give you a minute. The answer is no. Because you cannot reduce 85 or 86 over 5. There's no number that is evenly divided close to. So we are going to multiply the numerator and the denominator. Let's do this. 86 times 2 is 172. And then here 172. 5 times 1 is 5. That's our improper fraction. Let's do the mixed number. What goes inside a box? 172 go inside the box. 5 go outside. What number is closer to 7 or equal to 17 divided by 5? 3, right? 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 17 minus 15 is 2. Bring down to 2. What's 22 divided by 5 is closer to or equal to that number? 4. We have 5 times 4 is 20. Oh, where's 0? Yeah, that's right. All right. Then 22 minus 20, that gives us 2. Let's see, hold on. Okay, we're close. Okay. All right, bring it down to 0. What is 20 divided by 5? 4, right? 5 times 4 is 20. It cancels out. Since we are adding a 0 because 340.4, 0. We'll move this over. Make sure you put $17. Let's check our work. We have 2 over 5 times 86. It's 172 over 5, or 34 2/5. Okay? There you have it. There you have it. So we have everything together. We take the 2/5 times 86. Make sure you put 86 over 1. And then you reduce or cancel out terms. And once you have that, then everything should be okay. Do you have any more questions for this problem? All right. There we go. There you go. We're finished for the day. We're done the fractions on money and order of operations problems. Until then, you have any questions and concern, feel free to send me a message or comment on my YouTube video. Until then, all of you have a wonderful and safe day. Thank you for watching this video. Until then, talk to you sooner or later. All right. Bye-bye.